Now, what advice do you give in the book that you think might be surprising to someone who's a current federal employee or a federal manager?
At the top of the list is take risks. There are many risks that are rewarded, and if you don't take some, in today's world of increasing expectations, the government's capability will go backwards if you don't take a few risks. There are rewarded risks. There are also unrewarded risks. You don't want an unrewarded risk is one where you want payments that are erroneous. You don't want them. But if it takes a little work to get an application up and running that veterans can use better, take that risk because it'll move the program forward and move you forward. And it's amazing how positive the reaction is to successful risks. And there's a lot in the book about how to do that. The second is always be able to pivot. A basketball player never goes just one direction. He or she plants the foot and can turn. In the federal and overall government realm, standing your ground and defending where you are is never a very successful strategy. You run into a problem, pivot to the left, pivot to the right. And I think that people forget and they get caught up in trying to defend what they're doing as opposed to deciding time for a 20-degree change in direction, time to make a change. The third thing that actually came out of the research for the book is always look for a threat or a crisis that you can use to get resources for your program. There are far too many demands for far too few dollars in the federal government, and so you get the resources by having some imminent threat. And one of the things I address is if there is, like in Y2K, like when we got to the end of the year 2000 and there was concern that all the computers would fall down and stop, making sure everybody understood what the threat was the important key to that. So a third thing that I think people would be surprised at is how much time the book spends on making sure you can identify your need to an imminent threat.